This is the other J-45 that we have on the bench. It's an Acacia J-45, Acacia back and sides. I'll show you in a bit. I'll flip it over and let you have a good look. An absolutely beautiful guitar. This is the Montana, guys, again. Super light, super responsive. I've done several other guitars for this customer. This one is in for the full treatment. This is the blank I'm starting with. Yeah, 155. So 120.15. That's got to come way down. Over to the radius disc. So we are after 123 and we got 152. So let's make quick work of that first. So quickly bring us within range. .146, 142. .130 and 127. I'm going to bring the rest down by hand in the meantime. cannot stress enough how important it is to get a beautiful press fit on this, because these Gibson style headstocks are kind of weak by design, and when you get that nut in there, you want to make sure that when that headstock flexes, the nut is tight enough to deflect that tension through the nut to the end of the fingerboard. A loose nut can result in a broken headstock. Not too tight, ultimately the perfect press fit. Back to the conversion kit for the drill press, the radius disc sander. Before we go into the studio and plug this in so that you can hear it plugged in and unplugged, for all of you guys that have your nut blanks and you've been going through this whole process, you'll understand what I mean when I say there are some extra considerations when installing a cantilevered compensated bridge saddle into a guitar that has a system. First of all, like any regular saddle, you got to make sure that the underside of the saddle that contacts the pickup is dead straight. What's not quite so obvious when you're new to this cantilevered style saddle, you have to make sure that the saddle is not hung up on the ledge. Because these saddles extend beyond the actual bridge slot, you have that overhang. You have to make sure that the underside of that overhang doesn't get hung up. Otherwise, you're going to have fallout. We've got all 6 strings singing and ringing clearly, plugged in and unplugged. And the other thing to consider is just the press fit of the saddle. You want to make sure that the saddle is not rocking back and forth this way. It's got to be a good press fit. So once again, solid press fit, dead flat on the bottom, and attend to that overhang to make sure that it's not hung up on the rosewood ledge. Now we'll go in and have a listen. Okay, we'll just start with strumming some chords. So this is completely acoustic. I've got it plugged in. I had the volume turned off. Just going to bring it up. Play through a few chord progressions and then alter this tone. So for the tone control, there's sort of a center notch. I'm going to start there and just go through, a couple of chord progressions. Now, if I push to the bridge, I think that kind of rounds out the tone. So same progression. Back to the center notch again. U. Now roll it to the bridge. Center notch. Here's one chord with no EQ, the center notch. I roll it to the bridge. And then roll it to the neck. Again, center. I've turned that wheel to the bridge. That's kind of like a top end roll off. And then center position, center notch. And then neck position, which is enhances the top end. So I'm just going to leave it in the center position.